Has anybody ever told you that you were different? Good morning, guys and girls. March the 12th. Let's look at our catch for the day for March the 12th. March the 12th, our scripture is going to come from John, the book of John 15:19. John 15:19. And it says, I have chosen you out of the world. I've chosen you out of the world. Don Butler, my friend Don Butler, won the 1972 Bassmaster Classic with a bait called an SOB. That's a small okie bug. An SOB. 1972, my goodness, that's almost 50 years ago. My goodness. An SOB, a small okie bug. This is a small spinner bait, and I know those of you that have the book, it says crankbait, but that's another one of those editing arrows. Not my arrow, but an editing arrow. This is a small spinner bait. Many times early in the year, a smaller bait will produce a lot of fish. For one thing, most fishermen in that tournament were fishing larger spinner baits trying to catch large spawning female bass. Also, the fish were really getting a lot of pressure and seeing a lot of baits. Fishing with something different was the key to success in that tournament. Fishing that little small spinner bait was the key to winning that Bassmaster Classic. God has called us out of this world, that's right, to be different. We are to be more loving, more caring, more joyful, more generous, and more forgiving than non-Christians. Yes, more forgiving. When we see people doing wrong, when people do us wrong, when we have people do evil things to us, we're supposed to be more forgiving. We're not supposed to be critical like other people are critical. We overlook a lot in our lives. We are more forgiving. Some days we fail, but God is continually working to make our differences shine. Shine on, D-Row, shine. That's exactly right. To make our differences shine. So that's what happens when you're apart from the way the world believes, when you're not telling tall tales about people, when you're not preaching people's faults to your friends and other folks. When someone has success, you're not belittling them because you're envious of them. We're to be different than everybody else. I reference Washington because it is probably the hodgepodge of hate, the hodgepodge of criticism, the hodgepodge of believing that I'm right and you're wrong. Doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican. I'm right and you're wrong. And but as a Christian, we're supposed to be different. And when you're different, you will shine. You will shine. That's exactly right. We need to make our differences shine. Wow, that's a good one, isn't it? Let's see what our tip is. I bet it's got something to do with spinner baits. Small blades allow for more accurate casting. And that could have been something else, too. I fished with Don Butler many times. Don's not with us anymore, but I fished with Don Butler many times. Don was a very accurate caster. He could throw a bait really, really well. And those small blades allow you to cast more accurately. So if you're in a situation where you need to make really, really accurate casts with your spinnerbait in order to have success. And normally you do have to make really accurate casts with your spinning baits to have success. One of the things that I really believe in spinnerbait fishing, if you want to become a good spinnerbait fisherman, you've got to become a good caster. The better caster you become, the better spinnerbait fisherman you'll be. That's all there is to it. And those little blades, when you got a small blade on there, you're going to be able to cast more accurately than when you put the larger blades on. The larger blades are there for a purpose, And in a lot of in our Jimmy Houston Legend spinnerbaits, we put a one size larger blade on than what normally comes on them. We do that for vibration and for extra flash. But it hurts your accuracy a little bit when we do that. So there's going to be times when you need to move down to small blades to increase your accuracy. Another thing, and I'm just going to throw this in there, it doesn't have anything to do with today's tips, and I think we talked about it before, is that when you add a trailer to a spinnerbait, that's going to decrease your accuracy also. It is a lot better to throw your spinnerbait naked. No. No. You're not naked. The spinnerbait is naked. That means it doesn't have a trailer attached to it. Just a skirt only. Spinnerbait with a skirt. Doesn't have any kind of a trailer attached to it. When you attach that trailer to it, that is going to hurt your casting accuracy a little bit. I prefer to fish it naked and without a trailer on it. And if I'm missing fish, that's when I'll add the trailer. That's kind of the key rule of thumb that I use on that. But spinnerbait fishing, lots and lots of ways you can do it. An SOB, a small okie bug. That was a little small, tiny spinnerbait. Sometimes that's the answer to catching fish, catching more fish, and sometimes even bigger fish than the people are catching on the big baits, especially in lakes that are fished really, really hard. Guys and girls, it's going to be a great one. Go out there and have you a great one today. Spring has sprung. The bass are biting everywhere. What a great day to go fishing. Guys and girls, I love you.